Welcome to the Belated Tech Channel's 28th edition of the Tesla and SpaceX Redux. We are reviewing the milestones that occurred on each day in the week of March 29th through April 4th in the history of Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, The Boring Company, and Elon Musk's other various business ventures. March 29th, 2020, Starship prototype serial number 3 was moved from its assembly building to its launch stand on this date. Serial number 3 was originally planned to be used for static fire tests of the Raptor engine and for short hops. Instead, serial number 3 was destroyed during testing on April 3rd, 2020. The liquid oxygen tanks housed in the lower part of the prototype were pressurized with nitrogen in order to keep them structurally capable of withstanding the weight of the full methane tanks undergoing testing. A valve was inadvertently commanded to open, resulting in pressure loss and structural failure, as the lower portion of the prototype crumbled under the weight of the heavy methane tanks. Serial number 4 was built reusing parts of serial number 3, not damaged, during the mishap. March 30th, 2017, the SES-10 satellite was lifted to orbit on a Falcon 9 FT rocket, Booster 1021, from the Kennedy Space Center's Launch Complex 39A on this date. The booster returned successfully to a drone ship. It was the first payload to fly on a reused first stage, previously launched with CRS-8, and the first to land intact a second time. Additionally, this flight was the first reused rocket to fly from Launch Complex 39A since shuttle mission STS-135, and for the first time the payload fairing remained intact after a successful splashdown achieved with thrusters and a steerable parachute. March 31st, 2020, Tesla CEO Elon Musk tweeted on this day that the company had extra FDA-approved ventilators for hospitals around the world in dire need of more medical equipment to combat the coronavirus. Tesla the previous week had donated more than 1,200 ventilators to California officials to help with hospitals providing treatment for patients with COVID-19 symptoms. Tesla engineers had designed its own ventilator under directive from the US government, but Musk decided that the FDA approval process would be too slow and sought another source of supply. Surprisingly, he found it in China. The company purchased the FDA-approved ResMed, Philips, and Medtronic ventilators and airshipped them to Fremont for the California delivery. It appears that more were purchased than the initial shipment, but no public announcement was made as to the eventual quantity made available. April 1st, 2017, Elon Musk tweeted on this date, quote, "Technology breakthrough. Turns out chemtrails are actually a message from time-traveling aliens describing the secret of teleportation. Why did we waste so much time developing silly rockets? Damn you aliens, so obtuse. You have all this crazy tech, but you can't speak English." We documented in 2020 another Musk April Fools gag. He tweeted on April 1st, 2018 a photograph of him passed out next to a Tesla after an alleged bender. Musk later used the gag to sell a Tesla-branded tequila. April 2nd, 2018, the CRS-14 resupply capsule, Dragon Module C110, was lifted to the ISS on a Falcon 9 B4 rocket, Booster 1039, from the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station's Launch Complex 40 on this date. No attempt was made to recover the booster. The launch used a refurbished booster from CRS-12 and a refurbished capsule from CRS-8. In addition to scientific payloads, the Dragon capsule also carried the first Costa Rican satellite, Project Arazu, and the first Kenyan satellite, the 1KUNSPF. Although the booster could not be recovered, SpaceX used its re-entry to increase its database of telemetry data. April 3rd, 2019, Musk tweeted on this date that the Starhopper test article being used to test the Raptor engine successfully conducted a tethered hop. The vehicle moved at most a few inches above the launch pad. The Starhopper was essentially an abbreviated Starship chassis that was outfitted with fixed landing legs and a domed nose cone. It was fitted only with one Raptor engine. Besides testing the Raptor, the Starhopper was used to test pressure vessel construction for liquid methane and oxygen fuel. April 4th, 2018. It was revealed near this date that the U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration had suddenly crawled out from under a rock and requested that SpaceX obtain a license to broadcast Earth imagery from launched spacecraft. The sudden request made it impossible for SpaceX to broadcast some video from its Starman Tesla Roadster, launched on February 6, 2018, on a Falcon Heavy rocket. What changed? Perhaps it was the huge amount of publicity SpaceX was generating for its first Falcon Heavy launch, and the use of Musk's Roadster as a test payload. After all, SpaceX had been broadcasting launch videos since 2006, and other companies, including the United Launch Alliance, had followed suit. Interestingly, the issue was never addressed publicly by NOAA in the months following, and SpaceX never commented on it. Videos have continued being broadcast in the years since, without noticeable interruptions. Before we get to the current event of the week, we wanted to see if you enjoyed this 28th episode of Bladed Tech's Tesla and SpaceX Redux. If so, click that like button. Did you agree with our choices, or are there other events that were better? Go ahead and share with us by dropping a comment below. And if you have suggestions for an event in the future, we'll take those too. We'll credit events we pick for future videos to those viewers that post them. We hope you have been enjoying our content. Have we earned your subscription to our channel? If yes, and you have not yet taken the opportunity to subscribe, please take a moment to do so now and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss upcoming videos. We want to continue delivering great content to you. You can always unsubscribe, and subscribing is free. On March 26, 2021, the U.S. National Labor Relations Board ruled that Musk's tweet from February of 2018 excoriating the UAW's attempts to unionize Tesla must be deleted. We covered this tweet in Milestone 66. The UAW had filed a complaint with the NLRB concerning the tweet, which they alleged violated U.S. labor law. The ruling also required a fired organizer to be offered reinstatement, and the rescindment of rules imposed by Tesla in 2017, banning the distribution of union literature without the company's permission. It is not clear why the NLRB elected to rule now after 4 years following the original UAW complaint. While the Biden administration appointed Democrat NRLB board member Lauren McFerrin as chair a few days after assuming control of the executive branch, the board is made up of 3 Republicans in addition to McFerrin. A prior 2017 complaint from the UAW and the 2018 complaint have been ruled on by an NLRB administrative law judge in 2019, whose unusual remedy had been to demand Musk read a screed of rights allowed to Tesla employees. McFerrin had concurred with his remedy, but could not get the other board members to agree. The company is to release the notice in writing to its employees. Links to some of our most recent episodes can be found in the description section below. You can peruse our entire 200+ video library by looking at our playlists, which conveniently sort videos by subject. We announce all new videos on our microblogging accounts, which are listed below, as well as in the community feed for this channel. Want to know how to navigate our channel content? We refer to RetroTech and innovation documentary segments as episodes. Coverage of current events in space exploration, science, and technology are labeled as shorts. Space and tech history are documented in an anthology called Milestones. And gameplay recordings can be discovered on the Bladed Tech gaming channel in videos called Walkthroughs and Side Missions. Stay connected by occasionally checking our Instagram feed, where we post content from our upcoming episodes and from episodes past that you may have missed. And finally, join us on our Facebook and Minds pages, where we cover current news and events related to channel content. Thanks for watching.